Hey coin collectors, it's DC for the Big D Coin Channel, and we have the 1987 US nickels here, and we're going to take a look at all three mints, the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint, and we're going to talk about one coin that was an error coin from 1987, where they printed a nickel on top of a quarter blank. It's what many people call the Clad nickel of 1987, worth about $1,000. Let's start with the Philadelphia nickel. And we know it's a Philadelphia nickel because on the nickels we have the mint marks on all the nickels. There's a P right there for Philadelphia. It says, "In God we trust" here, liberty here. There's a star, and you can see this star is very, very well formed here. Really great lines on the star. And as we go down, we see the 1987. Way down here at the bottom, we see an F and an S for Felix Schlag. Felix Schlag engraved these coins originally back in 1938. We turn it up on its edge, and we see it's a smooth edge coin. 75% copper, 25% nickel, weighs about 5 grams, and it's 21.2 millimeters in diameter. When we get onto the back, this is where you're going to look to see if you have a coin worth a lot of money. So you look up here and you see the E pluribus unum. Down here you see the United States of America. It says 5 cents here, Monticello across the middle, and then you look at the steps. So let's change the light a little bit so you can see the steps. There should be 5 steps going all the way across there, and you should be able to follow them, each one of them, all the way across. And you can see this bottom one got tore up just a little bit because this is the high point of the nickel, so if anything else hits it, it kind of chips it away a little bit. But this is a pretty good one. This came from an uncirculated mint set. They made 2.9 million uncirculated mint sets in 1987. And the mint sets included some of the 375 million Philadelphia coins that they made in 1987. If you get this in a mint state 65, it's worth $14 with full steps, 12 without. But if you can get it up to a mint state 68, it's worth $1,800. If you want to get the highest graded nickel without the full steps, that would be a mint state 67, and the price for those is $135. So full steps, $1,800. No full steps, $135. They also made this nickel at the Denver Mint, and this one is as good on the front. This one's actually even better on the front than the other one. Just a real sweet, nice coin. You can kind of see the folds. You can see a tie up here under his chin. You can see how this is tied behind the cloth that's kind of holding the ponytail here. As you turn it, you can see all these different colors come up. They call that a patina. And then we get on the back and you see that, oops, the front's beautiful. The back has these big gouges in it. And we don't have anything like full steps here. In fact, over here, they've actually worn smooth. So they didn't even come out at all. At the Denver Mint, they made 411 million. A mint state 65 full steps, $20. A mint state 67 full steps, $2,500. And the last of the three mints is the San Francisco Mint. And you can tell this is a proof coin. Now this is not the best cameo you can get, but it's a pretty close to a deep cameo here. We see the S over here for San Francisco. We take this one and turn it over into the back. Now, almost all of the San Francisco Mint coins should have the full steps. The problem is getting the lighting right. Because these are a deep cameo, they have a different kind of coating on these, and so you have to tip them up to get it, and this is pretty close to a full steps. For the San Francisco Mint coins, they made 4.2 million. A proof 70 deep cameo is worth $135. But if you go just one step down, from the $135 proof 70, you get a $15 proof 69. So it has to be the best of the best to get $135. Otherwise, they found over 1,000 that they've graded so far that are proof 69 decams, and those are only worth $15. Now the Clad nickel, that's an interesting one. And we'll show you a picture of the Clad nickel in this little video that we have right here. And this is the front of that nickel from the Hazza Auctions website. And you can see over here, it actually has a rim on it, like a quarter has a rim on it, but the words don't go all the way to the edge. And if we look at the back of the coin, you see it's similar. There's a big kind of rim around it, but then it seems like there's a lot of space on each side of Monticello, and the coin doesn't quite fit onto the quarter blank because it's a little tiny bit bigger than an actual nickel blank. So when you get a regular nickel, this nickel weighs 5 grams. but the Clad nickel weighed 4.22 grams. Now, a regular quarter, which they say they used a blank from the quarter, and of course you tip the quarter up, you can actually see the copper on the inside. A regular quarter weighs 5.67 grams. So 4.22 for the error coin, 5.0 for the regular one, and 5.67 for the quarter. But you see, when you try to fit this on the quarter, you're going to have some edges here, and you're going to have some space. And so it wasn't quite as big as a quarter, but it was bigger than a nickel, the blank that they used. And that was the same on the front and the back. So you won't be able to see a quarter on it because they used a quarter blank with nothing on it. That Clad nickel is the only one that we know of right now from 1987. All right, well, that's all we have today from the Big D Coin channel. Please subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.